Welcome everyone to another week of Everyday Investor. I am not Toor, but this week I am your host, Costas Kivelos, founders of First Access Condos, and this is the #1 investment show in the world. I said it, I don't care who knows it, that's my ode to Rav, but every time I'm here, you guys know that we are gonna talk condos and great investment opportunities. So we'll be right back after the short commercial. Let's get into something that I'm really excited and the reason I am here this week. Design District in Hamilton by Emblem Developments. Now, Design District, what is it? It's a 3-tower, 931 unit, averaging 31 stories per tower, mega project, the likes of which Hamilton has never seen.
Hey everyone, Lee here with Wise Construction. Want to talk to you guys about doing windows and doors at your projects, either projects that are coming up or projects that you have ongoing. We are still experiencing huge delays with windows and doors. And one of the first things that everyone should be doing in a project is ordering your windows and doors, as they're taking anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks. We're also finding the material costs for the windows and doors are going up anywhere from 30 to 40%. So if you're gonna start a project, if you have a project coming up, the first thing you should do is take a look at your existing window. If you look at your double pane, there's usually a stamped date in that window, and something in 15-year range should be replaced. Feel free to give me a call if you have any questions, and happy to walk you through it.
The mortgage world has changed. Has your advice? Are you looking for a modern approach to your mortgage planning process? Advice tailored to your unique, ever-changing circumstances? Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, purchasing, or refinancing, the Kyle Ford Mortgage team works with individuals and companies to custom tailor the right mortgage product for you. Working with a wide selection of lenders, we're here to serve our clients and help them achieve their real estate and retirement goals. Contact the Kyle Ford Mortgage team today, Canada's mortgage choice.
Hey guys, Omar Khan here with the weekly market update. Now, I know it's been a really rough start to the year. This is the worst start the stock market has had since 1972. The first 6 months have been horrible. Why? Well, the fear is inflation and interest rates. Now, why is inflation a big deal? Well, the higher inflation goes, that means, we can see at the gas stations, the grocery stores, prices keep going up. What does that mean? Well, that means that consumers have less money to spend on other things. Think about it. If you're spending more on gas, you're not going to go on that vacation. You might not go to the restaurant. You might not buy those Nike shoes. That would lower earnings. And how do the central banks around the world combat inflation? Well, they raise interest rates, thus lowering demand some more. And now you can see with rising interest rates, that is starting to take a hit on the real estate market. Now, there's a bit of good news around the corner. Generally, after this bad of a decline, the stock market has historically recovered. Also, we're starting to see oil come down. Oil, for the first time today, went under $100 a barrel, West Texas Intermediary. That is deflationary. So what the markets are looking for is data coming in that's showing that inflation is not as bad, therefore interest rates don't go up as much, therefore we get out of this recession sooner rather than later. And that is what the markets are looking for. But right now, there's still a lot of uncertainty, so we're going to have to see what the data says. Back over to you, and see you guys next week.
Welcome back everyone to another episode of Everyday Investor. Costas Kivelos here in place of Toor by his invite to talk to you about fantastic pre-construction condo opportunity in Hamilton. But before I get into that, for those of you that are just tuning in, I'm going to explain the pre-construction process in a nutshell. Why do we buy pre-construction? Well, we buy pre-construction or any investment to make money. And over the past 5-6 years, there's been no vehicle in real estate that has brought you better returns than pre-construction condos. Now, when we buy pre-construction, we buy at a speculative price. That means we buy today and predict that our product is going to be of higher value in the future. And what kind of returns have we seen? Real returns that I've made and my clients have made on investments? Well, over the past 6 years, it is quite common that we've seen up to and beyond 300% gross returns on your investment. That works out to 50% annualized returns. I don't know where you invest, but you're not going to see those kind of returns often. The bulk of the appreciation is made during the construction process, and that is the best time to make money because you don't have to play landlord, you don't have any debt to service, you don't have to do anything. All you do is sit back and watch your money grow. Now, the main difference from buying resale is that everybody knows if you're buying an investment property in Canada, you have to put 20% down as per CMHC. Now, that also holds true for pre-construction, but as opposed to putting it all down at once, and we know when we sign a deal in resale, it closes in 30, 60, 90 days. In pre-construction, because the condo is going to take years to build, your deposit is extended. That's right, still 20%, but it can be spread out from 2 to even 3 and maybe even 4 years until you have to put it all down. And that's in a series usually of 4 5% payments. Now, the pre-construction buying process. We at First Access Condos want to make your purchase one of the easiest investments in your life. So we've created the 10 commandments of the pre-construction buying process. Number 1, you go onto our site, firstaccesscondos.com, and you register for a project or an area that you think works and is right for you. Number 2, once you find a specific project, you let us know so we can get the ball rolling. Number 3, you'll receive, long before the start date, a First Access Condos Insider Package, which includes information that very few people are privy to, but you'll be because you're working with one of the best. Number 4, submit your preliminary worksheet long before a project launches. Now, what is this? This is a sheet that gives us your information and includes a maximum budget. That way, we know what kind of units are going to fit your budget and criteria. Number 5, launch day. That is the start of the project. Now, all the work has been done before this, and that's why we get the preliminary worksheet, so we can let the developer know what kind of units we need when they start allocating to us. So launch day happens, and what do you get? You get the whole package: price list, floor plans, incentives, deposit structure dates, everything you need to make an educated investment. But when it comes to floor plans, that is when you let us know which units you're interested in. Number 6, based on the criteria you have selected, we go and we get a unit choice that matches your criteria or is an apple-to-apple comparable. Number 7, you will receive the agreement of purchase and sale electronically. Gone are the days where you go into a sales center and sign, but this is convenient for you. It can be signed anywhere, at the office, on the subway, at the cottage, wherever you are. From the luxury of having your phone in your hand, you can sign the agreement. Number 8, we will meet you to arrange deposit pickup. And it's either going to be myself, my colleagues. They will take those deposits, and if you wish, take them to the sales center on your behalf. Remember, this is a very easy investment with very little effort from you. Number 9, your lawyer will take this 10-day cooling off period that exists and review all documents and see if they can either save you some money or make sure the agreement is kosher. But when working with First Access Condos, we only deal with reputable developers because we're the ones that do the legwork and the research for you. And the final 10th commandment: after everything's done, sit back, enjoy, and wait to see your money grow. And that's how easy it is to invest with First Access Condos and Everyday Investor. Now that we've covered the actual buying process with pre-construction, let's get into something that I'm really excited and the reason I am here this week. Design District in Hamilton by Emblem Developments. Now, Design District, what is it? It's a 3-tower, 931 unit, averaging 31 stories per tower, mega project, the likes of which Hamilton has never seen and won't see for at least another 5 to a decade. Who's the developer? Emblem is the mastermind and the only people that could execute something like this in Hamilton. Design is in Emblem's DMA. There is no substitute for great design. And although they've only been around for a few short years, they've already won multiple Build Awards. Emblem Developments is one of the fastest growing real estate development companies in the GTA and Canada, with a focus on developing high-rise residential buildings. Emblem, although they've only been around for less than 5 years, current development portfolio has over 4,000 residences either built or being built, and a value of over $3.5 billion. That's true. In such a short amount of time, they have done so much. And how can they do this? Well, they are an offspring of First Avenue Capital, and they are an investment powerhouse head by Cash Pashutin, the mastermind behind First Avenue and the mastermind and driving force behind Emblem. Now, if you are ever concerned about your developer getting financing, well, why not have a developer who is the financing? And that's what Emblem is. Now, why is Design District, in my opinion, the most anticipated project in the GTA this year? Well, it has all the features of a world-class master plan community. It has the design. Innovative design team Bertie Felick is responsible for all the interiors. They are well known for designing 5-star and beyond luxury hotels that span the globe. But now they have been hired by Emblem to design the interiors of this Hamilton flagship project. If that was not enough, each of the 3 lobbies will have custom designed and built furniture by the House of Louis Vuitton. That's true. Something that is reserved for places like Yorkville is coming to Hamilton. If that wasn't enough, we have the size and the scale. We have the attention to detail. Now we're going to have some world-class amenities that you will get to enjoy if you either own, rent, or invest here. We have an outdoor pool, a pool lounge which has Miami vibes. We have a fully equipped fitness center and yoga studio. We have a party room, co-working space, and meeting rooms. There's an outdoor bar and lounge, outdoor dining, outdoor barbecue, 3 designer lobbies that we already mentioned, a lobby lounge, a 24-hour concierge, and visitor parking, all included in this world-class project. Now, there's a lot to absorb. Take some time, relax, and we'll be back for a few minutes with words from our sponsors. See you soon.
You've always dreamed of having rental income, but buying a rental property? Well, that's a tall order. Capitalize on the space in your home instead. Renovate and rent out that space with ease with LegalSecondSuites.com and the team at Wise Construction Group. With LegalSecondSuites.com, our talented team of BCIN designers, engineers, carpenters, and tradespeople can transform that unused space into a beautiful, legal, and safe rental unit. We're empowering the everyday homeowner to become an extraordinary landlord. Get more out of your home. Visit LegalSecondSuites.com for more information.
Thanks. This week I want to talk about the 4 tiers of lenders. Most investors are familiar with A lenders. These are our big banks and institutional lenders. They have the best interest rates when it comes to financing, which generally is going to mean the most cash flow for you as an investor. Now, the downside of the A lenders is they can be the most stringent when it comes to qualifying. The most income docs, paperwork, and overall tight lending guidelines. Whenever possible, we want to get an A lender, but let's not let that be the be-all and end-all of getting our financing. Let's talk B. B lenders are still institutional, the rates are only a little bit higher, and they have a much broader lending guideline. They will use more rental income as a percentage in your portfolio. They'll lend on different types of income, so self-employed income for less than 2 years. And they can be more flexible in terms of borrowing down payments or asset type. Next, we have C lenders. C lenders are what we consider MICs. A MIC stands for Mortgage Investment Corporation. What a MIC is a private lender that has been institutionalized. They still likely have an office, staff, formal paperwork, and they are a large fund that lends on real estate. MICs are generally even more flexible than B lenders in terms of lending criteria and guidelines, and though their rates are a little bit higher, they can be a great tool used for acquisition. The 4th and final is individual private. So this is the quote-unquote Bob and Mary homeowner. the standard couple that's lending out of their own resources to lend on private deals. They're not institutionalized, and they can generally be the most flexible in terms of lending terms. If you have more questions on the tiers of lenders and how you can structure your deals differently to qualify in different lending guidelines, don't hesitate to reach out to myself and the Kyle Ford Mortgage team. Thanks, and have a great day.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, let's talk about the 5 main reasons that we at First Access Condos have decided are the key points in why you should invest at Design District in Hamilton and invest in this landmark. Number 1, there's a robust increase forecasted in population and jobs in Hamilton. Hamilton's population is forecasted to increase by close to 250,000 people over the next decade, and that will bring over 125,000 new jobs. Number 2, it is the perfect transit hub. Now, everybody knows the First Access Condo checklist needs to have access to transit. Transit in Hamilton is and will be excellent, with great GO train and bus connections and an upcoming new 14-kilometer LRT line, 17 stops. This is financed by close to $3.4 billion in investment money, and the airport is only a 20-minute short drive from downtown Hamilton. This is an international airport. It handles both domestic and international flights. Number 3, education. McMaster is ranked one of the top 10 universities in Canada and has over 30,000 undergrad and close to 5,000 postgraduate students. They only have housing for 3,900 students. That is close to 10%. So 90% of their students, they cannot accommodate on-campus housing. Number 4, the revitalization of Hamilton's waterfront. The sweeping water views and relaxing green spaces of Hamilton's West Harbour will reach their full potential finally after a $140 million investment and redevelopment. They will include vibrant commercial villages and public piazzas. Number 5, and this is a little known fact, but it should really spark your interest when it comes to investing in Hamilton. It is number 5 in Canada for tech talent. That is true. CBRE, a commercial real estate powerhouse, ranks Hamilton in the top 5 in the country for the quality of tech labor and real estate cost, and in the top 2 for mid-sized tech talent labor pool growth. And this is a direct feeder to your investment because it gives you high quality, well-paid tenants. Now let's go into these a little more in depth. The value of the Hamilton market. With over $4 billion invested in infrastructure, there is close to 250,000 people projected to be coming to Hamilton over the next decade. There is only 18,500 future condo units proposed. That is a huge shortfall, okay? 1/6 of the new people will have housing. And we know when it comes to economics, no matter what it is, when supply outpaces demand, prices increase. There is also 122,000 projected jobs coming to Hamilton in that decade. And again, very few units, many people coming. Over the past year, Hamilton condos have seen an increase of 34% with price per square foot. That's 34% over a year. Imagine if we saw those kind of returns in Toronto. There has also been a 13% average increase in sold price per square foot of new condos year over year. So as all condos went up 34%, new condos saw their increase that came over the course of the build plus an additional 13%. As for education, Hamilton is an education hub here in Southern Ontario. The area is home to great educational institutions, as McMaster obviously. It is close to Brock University, Sheridan College, Mohawk College, and many more. McMaster is ranked 4th in Canada in the medical doctoral category and 1st in Canada for student services. It is home to more than 70 research centers and institutions. Yes, that many. According to Times Higher Education, McMaster University is ranked 4th in Canada. McMaster is only 4 stops away using the Future Lrt. So what better tenant than these university students at the top of the game at the top of their game in their country, only 4 stops away in an LRT. And an LRT is not a subway. It doesn't take that long to build. Mohawk College, everybody talks about McMaster, but Mohawk, it has over 33,000 full-time and part-time students. And Mohawk is a leader in health and technology education and one of the largest trainers of any school in Ontario for apprentices. Fantastic opportunities, steps from the design district. Now let's talk about the new waterfront. And this is something that I really enjoy. No matter where you go to the world, world-class cities have exceptional waterfronts, which are destination points and draw people. Hamilton will finally get that claim to fame. This mixed-use, transit-supported community will be an active destination on Hamilton's waterfront and will offer new housing, offices, and retail spaces. On the waterfront, like we mentioned, it's a $104 million redevelopment project that will transform the area of the harbor into a beautiful pedestrian-friendly community. Now take some time to think about all that, write any notes if you want, or even go on firstaccesscondos.com and sign up. But we'll be right back in a few minutes and we'll finish up telling you the most important parts of Design District and why you are going to make money here. See you soon.
The mortgage world has changed. Has your advice? Are you looking for a modern approach to your mortgage planning process? Advice tailored to your unique, ever-changing circumstances? Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, purchasing, or refinancing, the Kyle Ford Mortgage team works with individuals and companies to custom tailor the right mortgage product for you. Working with a wide selection of lenders, we're here to serve our clients and help them achieve their real estate and retirement goals. Contact the Kyle Ford Mortgage team today, Canada's mortgage choice.
Hi, it's David Smith here from the Q Theta Fund with your investment tip of the week. Now, investing in the stock market can be very difficult for everybody, and that's because emotions can often come into your thinking process. Not only is it tough to deal with your emotions, but then you have other noise that's out in the marketplace coming from the financial media, the media in general, and the opinions of so many different people telling you what's good, what's bad. It's very hard to track. But what that does, it provides confusion as an investor. As a good investor, you need to get away from that and focus on the things that count, which is evidence. What is evidence? It's earnings reports from companies, it's companies that are buying back their stock, or it could be a company that's raising its dividend. These are all facts and evidence-based things that you should be focusing on, not the noise, not the emotion. You don't want to get too excited, and you also don't want to get too depressed. Stay the course, focus on the things that matter, focus on the evidence, and that will make you a better investor. I'm David Smith, and that's your stock tip of the week.
Welcome back, everyone. Costas Kivelos here, and we are talking about Design District. Emblem Developments, landmark master plan community, coming to Hamilton, 3 towers, averaging 31 stories, and over 930 units. Now, everyone knows that transit is the lifeline of a city, especially cities that are booming with immigration and new residents and new jobs. Now, to be a world-class project that Design District is, it has to be infused to the transportation system, not just of today and of the future. Now, what they have here is they have a 97 walk score. And everybody knows that condo living should be ease and quality of life. You can literally walk and get everything right outside your door. There's also a 93 bike score, which means you can cycle everywhere where the weather permits. But let's talk about transit. Hamilton GO Center Station is only a 3-minute drive or 10-minute walk. West Harbor GO Station is a 3-minute drive or 12-minute walk. That's right, 10 minutes and you are at 2 different GO stations, which means you can get to downtown Toronto in just 40 minutes. It is a 16-minute drive, Design District, from Hamilton International Airport. And not many people know that it's an international airport. Now, why fly out of Pearson when everybody knows what's happening there, when you can go to Hamilton and fly like the way we remember when it was a nice thing to do? It is also only 5 minutes from Highway 403 and a short drive to the QEW. That means we have 2 highways within a 10-minute drive. Now, what about the Future LRT? Now, it's going to have 17 stops, and it is going to span Hamilton, and it's only 4 stops from McMaster. And it is also only a 5-minute walk, 2-minute drive from your door at Design District. Now, everybody knows transit is key to communities, and condo projects, well, there's a lot of transit that goes into the thought process when they design these on where to buy especially. And that is one of the focal points of why we chose 41 Wilson Avenue in Hamilton, was its direct connectivity to transit. Now to recap, Design District in Hamilton, my pick for project of the year. Why Hamilton? Well, we've discussed. We've had great projected population growth and employment growth. 250,000 people over a decade are planned to come there. 125,000 plus jobs are also coming. You're going to have the population and you're going to have the workforce, and that's why you're going to need a condo project with 930 units. Not just any condo project, the best. Location, 41 Wilson, a centralized area, close to everything, and like I said, you can get anywhere, anytime, walking, transit, or driving. That is what to do. And what about the actual developer? Like I said, Emblem, one of the best. They come from a financial background. They're an investment firm, so they are the bank, and they're the ones that decided to get into development. Every attention to detail is paid attention to. Nothing goes without a thought, and that's why in a short amount of time, they have over 4,000 units in development, over $3.5 billion of real estate portfolio being built, and they have won multiple build awards. Attention to detail. World-renowned designer Bertie Felick is designing the interiors. House of Louis Vuitton is doing the furniture in each lobby with a budget of $500,000 a lobby. This project checks off all the boxes. We have future employment. We have multiple universities. That'll take care of your rental pool. We have transit, current and being built. That'll move people around. We have a world-class developer who wins numerous awards in a very short amount of time, and you don't have to worry about the project being financed. They are the financiers. Design District, Hamilton, 41 Wilson Avenue, 3 towers, 30 stories each, 931 units. This is the place that's going to make you money, us money, and is going to change Hamilton for the better and put it on the map where it should be. First Access Condos, don't be second. This is Everyday Investor, and we can't wait to take care of you at Design District, launching 3rd week of July. On behalf of First Access Condos, I'd like to thank Rav, Toor. I'd like to thank the whole development team, everyone here at Everyday Investor, and I want to thank especially you, the viewer, and our clients. Remember, these projects that are top shelf, they don't last. Quickly, firstaccesscondos.com, register for Design District. This is happening the 3rd week of June. Can't wait to make you some money. First Access Condos, don't be second.
The mortgage world has changed. Has your advice? Are you looking for a modern approach to your mortgage planning process? Advice tailored to your unique, ever-changing circumstances? Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, purchasing, or refinancing, the Kyle Ford Mortgage team works with individuals and companies to custom tailor the right mortgage product for you. Working with a wide selection of lenders, we're here to serve our clients and help them achieve their real estate and retirement goals. Contact the Kyle Ford Mortgage team today, Canada's mortgage choice.